Hey, it's Bruce Hill, New Skills, New You. Oh, and shout out to the Fanpreneurs on Instagram. So I got their Family Business Matters t-shirt on. Really excited about their conference coming up, but this is not what it's about. We're going to talk about pre-sales, and it actually works out perfect. I'm wearing the shirt because one of the things I helped them with, I was working with them maybe a year ago, and still good friends to this day, was how do we make sure people show up for appointments and show up prepared to make a decision? Now, obviously, we want that decision to be yes, but what's important is yes or no, that there's some meaningful conclusion to the call. We do that with something called pre-sales. So if you're on YouTube, you can see the screen. If you're on Instagram, I'll try and be as descriptive as possible. Pre-sales is very simple. Is what happens after they book the call, but before they talk to your team. Okay. After they book the call, before they talk to your team. So if you're a service-based business, maybe you're doing that initial consultation, you're going to the house for an inspection to give them a quote. Maybe you're a coach or consultant, and this is your discovery call. I don't like the term discovery calls, but that's another video for another day. What happens in between here and there that makes sure we're one, talking to the right person, and that they're ready to make a decision, hopefully to the positive. So check this out. It's actually super simple, and I'll give you the formula. So if you're tuned in, I almost forgot. See, I just be ready to teach. This is Sales Success Sunday, teaching you how to grow your business revenue one person at a time. And that person isn't a client, it's your team, it's you, because we can grow you, we can grow your business. So welcome to Sales Success Sunday. If you want reminders, you want alerts, visit www.ineedsalessupport.com. All right, that's enough of that. Enough of the commercials. Let's get to the real important stuff. So after they book the call, actually as they book the call, so let's even go before they click on the link in the bio, right? What are your pre-screen questions? What are your pre-screen questions? And shout out to Calendly, founded in Atlanta. They can let you do 10 questions that you can ask before you even talk to them. Why is that important? It lets people self-select out, okay? Some questions I like to ask, and this is for my business, I want your wheels turning for your business, say, hey, how long have you been in business, right? How big is your team? Do you have a sales process? Do you have a CRM? Let's see, what else do I ask? Well, let me pull it up. We can just check. No need to guess. Go to brucehill.online if you want to schedule a call. And this is part of what I do called sales enablement, making it easy for your clients to do business with you. So even the description of the call, solution call, start here if you're a business owner or solopreneur. Okay, so you read that. If you have problems, you're looking for a solution. If you read that, hey, I'm a business owner, I'm a solopreneur, I must be in the right place. All right, cool. So we hit a date, we select the time, and then it asks the questions. Hey, what's your current job role or title? Coach, consultant, agency owner, speaker, other. How do you support your clients? Now, this is important for me if they do products and services, because I generally support service-based businesses, right? Coaches, speakers, agency owners. Let's see here. Marketing agencies is one of my favorite clients to work with, and more. So if you just sell products, I may not be the best fit for you. And that's okay. I've got other resources, but consulting package might not be the best fit. Have you hired a coach in the past? Why is that important? Are they used to investing in themselves? Are they used to investing in their business? I'm not here to convince you to invest in yourself. If you say no, that's education that has to happen. There has to be motivation that happens, and there has to be ability. Sometimes they haven't invested in a coach because they cannot afford it just yet. No problem. That's why I created the sales support group. It's free. No excuses. Don't let money be the reason you don't make money. What communities are you a member of? Oh, I love this question. You want to think of a question that allows you to build a connection, a bond, they call it rapport right away. So when I know a little bit about who you are based on the communities, you identify with it. So I know how to talk to you. I know what your priorities are. And I already know list a little bit of what you know. And that's so helpful when coming on a call. The reason so many of your sales calls are so long, and the reason so many of your sales calls don't turn into, right, the conversation is 40 minutes, but doesn't turn into a client, is because you're spending too much time educating them on the call. Pre-sales is educating them before the call. That might be a clip. That might end up a clip. Let's see here. Do you offer a high ticket product or service? Oh, so for me, I make sales simple. What we do and how we do that doesn't make sense if you're only offering $10, $20 products. It's the principles may work for you, but we're really looking at someone who packages start at 1,000, right? Maybe $1,000 monthly recurring, or like consultants charging from $250 an hour and up, right? And we call that high ticket, but really a higher price really allows you to offer a higher level of service. And that's where sales success works the best. So I want to know that up front. Do I need to help educate you on why you should raise your prices? Or are you already there? It's like, hey, look, Bruce, we're already charging $12,000 per client, on retainer. Let's get to work. And those are folks that can help make a larger distance faster in their business. If you're listening to that, you're like, oh, I'm not there yet. No worries. We've got options for you. But with the pre-sale process, we make sure we're presenting the best option for you. And then, last one on my list. So for your list, you want to think about who I'm talking to, what are their problems, where they're at in their journey, and where do they want to go. If you can answer those before you talk to them, you're going to have better calls. And that's what pre-sales is about. The last question I have on here is, two questions, but the last question for them is, if we find a solution to help you reach your goals, how much are you prepared to invest in finding the best solution? I love that question because if they put nothing, hey, I'm not here to convince you to spend money with me. I'm here to help you. You don't want help, that's fine. And I teach this all the time. Sales is not about convincing. It's about serving. When you serve, when you solve problems, you get paid, right? Problems are the reason people pay. And so if you're not willing to pay, that means your problems aren't big enough for you. Or I haven't given enough education on why I'm uniquely positioned to solve your problem. So that's on me. And then so some folks, I say have a DIY option. I need some guidance along the way. And then I want results as quickly as possible. Those are the ones I love to help because I'm going to tell them to do something and they're going to take action right away and they're going to get the biggest results. Shout out to Touch by Ty, as a marketing agency, a client I had the pleasure to work with. We made one tweak, one tiny tweak. I was like, listen, you got to tell more stories about the problems you solved. You got to tell more stories. She did it same day. And she ended up 110% of her goal for the month we were working together. But the next month, she hit, in 9 days, she hit the previous month. So she did 100% of her, 110% of her goal in 9 days going into that month. I was like, yes, I love a good success story. And those are people that are willing to invest not just their money, but in taking actions. And I do have a slide on here if they were referred. Who was your referral? That's important. I like to say thank you when people send referrals. So this is part of your pre-screening. If you need help choosing these questions, send me a DM. We'll get you squared away. Because what I don't want to do is spend time talking to people I can't help. That wastes my time and yours. That isn't productive. So what are your pre-screen questions? It doesn't have to be 10. I recommend at least 3. And here's another tip for you to make a note of: yes or no questions. Yes or no questions. Now, if you've ever taken my Conversations to Clients training, you remember I told you to ask open-ended questions. And that's just true. But that's because we're having a conversation. Pre-screening questions, when you have position as yes or no, it forces you to be specific. It also allows you to do something called routing, which automatically moves the call to different categories based on the responses. Super helpful. If you're like, what is routing? How do I use that for my team? How do I implement it? Let me know. I'm here to help. So pre-sales starts as soon as they click the link. Who is it for? What's the outcome? And then those pre-screen questions. So let's keep going. Actually, let's back up a second. Let's say you run a lawn care business and you say, hey, listen, we're going to come out and give you a quote. I encourage you to put in the description when they schedule, whether it's in your language, over the phone, or maybe they called in or they sent in a form, or if they have a link, tell them what to expect. This is all about pre-sales education. Tell them, look, we're going to walk around your yard. We're going to count the number of trees, right? We're going to look for overgrowth. We're going to look for holes in the yard, patches of dirt, right? Tell them what to expect. It positions you as the expert. It removes uncertainty. When people have a clear mind, they can make clear decisions. And that decision, the best one, right, is to work with you. So the description is so important. Pre-screen questions help you and the client because they may say, listen, I don't fit into, I can't answer any of these questions. This is the wrong person. Or they'll say, ooh, the question, all of these are no, I definitely gotta work with Bruce, with you. So after the pre-screen questions, I wonder if I can show you this. I like to do what's called a video sales letter. Once they select the time and date, they hit send, they get a confirmation to their email, a video pops up. And I've got two versions I'm testing. Right now, the shorter version is winning. It is about 2 minutes long and it says what to expect. And it says something, I should have pulled it up. It says, hey, you scheduled a solution call because you're an owner or solopreneur and you're looking to achieve sales success for your business. Excuse me. On the call, we're going to, and I break it down. Say, hey, I'm going to ask you some questions. We're going to figure out what your problem is. I'm going to make an example. And if it makes sense, we're going to work together. And I tell them on the call that I'm going to make an offer. And that's so important because I'm not here to talk about the weather. I don't care what the Braves are doing. Actually, shout out to the Braves. It was rocket last year. Excited for this year. But that's not the purpose of the call. The call is to help your business grow and achieve sales success. So having a video sales letter gives them some education and sets the expectation. So the call is more valuable. So this, if you need help setting that up, let me know. I'm testing a few different versions right now. The 2-minute version is winning. It's about 9 minutes, like 8:31, 8:41. And people aren't finishing it and I can tell they're not finishing it because they'll ask me questions on the call that were answered in the video. So I got to figure out how to do it again, but in a shorter version. So stay tuned, listen. And as I grow, you grow too, because I'm going to help you get better faster. So now they have the video sales letter, they book the call, boom, it's on the calendar. And this is all automated. It's something else. Please, none of this back and forth. Oh, you're free on Wednesday? No, I can't do Wednesday. What about Thursday? Yeah, Thursday works. What about 2 p.m.? No. Can we do 7 a.m. or 7 p.m.? Not doing it. Get a calendar link. I like Calendly. That's what I use. They really need to give me an affiliate, but that's okay. So let's put that, automate the process. Automate the process. Now, speaking of automation, once they schedule a call, reminders. People are busy. They will forget. And do not take it personally. Oh, I can't believe that they're not serious. They didn't show up. They no call, no show. Life happens. All right. And it's happened to you. Kids, car tires, weather. Listen, there was trees down in my neighborhood just last week. And this week is beautiful. I don't know, hurricane or something. Automate the reminders. Let me see if this is still live. Give me 1 second. I'm going to give y'all a free gift. Let me just check the link. It's still good. Yes, stopthenoshow.com. www.stopthenoshow.com. I love it. Man, I'm glad where did I get that domain from? That's awesome. www.stopthenoshow.com gives you the exact sequence. So I'm not going to go over it here because it's free. Look, I give out so many free resources. The only way it doesn't work if you don't do the work. And it breaks down the reminders I have. And this is where I helped them with, was getting their no-shows from 20% to 80%. Huge turnaround because I'm good. I'm very good, but I can't help create new clients if I never get to talk to them. It's my one weakness. They gotta at least talk to me. So I will give you a couple things. I give a 24-hour reminder, 12-hour, 6-hour. You're seeing a pattern here. 2-hour, and then usually the morning of, depending on the timing, I'll have them reconfirm. And with Calendly, it's easy. You can set a reconfirmation. It'll kick it off your calendar if they don't reconfirm. And that's fine. Again, if they're not going to show up, I don't want to show up and they're not there. One thing that works really, really well, though, and this is one thing we did for the Fanpreneurs, one of the VAs calls them. They say, hey, we're really excited to talk to you. What questions do you have about your call today? And they'll ask. And so what they do is they take that question and they put it into the CRM. It puts some notes. So when I come on a call, when whoever comes on a call, they can look at the notes and say, hey, I noticed you had a question about fill in the blank. We're going to cover that today. Sounds good? Now you're talking about exactly what they want to talk about. Not only do they show up because they want the answer to the question. The VA's job not to answer the question, it's just to record the question. So then they have a reason to show up for the call. They're like, hey, man, you answer this question. And you come on a call prepared to answer the question. Hopefully, it's your business. You already know the answer. If not, you have a little bit of time to find the answer. So we have a higher show-up rate. We have people come on a call ready to buy, and it's a win-win-win. Pre-sales is an underrated way for you to increase your new clients per month. So, call description, pre-screen questions, video sales letter, automate the process, we'll automate the reminders. I like emails and texts. And then we'll do the phone call for the confirmation. If you don't have someone to call, that's fine. At least put that button in there so it forces them to click yes or no, they won't attend. And here's the gem. Thank you for rocking with me this far. If you watch this much, I'm proud of you. And what's today? Whenever you're watching this, this is the 3rd of September. Tomorrow's a holiday. No days off. Like, listen, I've already gotten 2, maybe 3 new appointments on the calendar today. We've had a few new connections on LinkedIn. Like, businesses need your help. If you're offering to get rid of their problem, they're not going to be upset at you for reaching out to them on a Sunday, on a holiday weekend. I promise you they're not mad. And if they are mad, then, I apologize and I'll leave them alone. I'm not a bully. I'm looking for people that have problems and need help. If they have a problem on Monday, it's a problem on Tuesday, it's a problem on Sunday. So here's the gem. Here's something I've been manually doing this. This video will be my accountability to automate this, is share testimonials. Share testimonials. So part of my emails, those reminders, is going to have testimonials in it. Oh, snap, my sister's on here. What's up, sis? I miss you. I love you. Before they get on the call to talk with you, send them testimonials of other clients who have a success. So let me see if I can do this on the other screen. So on the YouTube channel, there's a whole section just for testimonials. And what I do is I take that link. We don't send people large files. I take that link and I just send them 1 or 2. Here it is, testimonials, 19 videos. I got to collect more. And I usually like one, shout out to Network with Brandy. She turns cash cards into cash flows. One of my favorite clients, and she executes. And what we did was, her testimonial says, hey, will sales success work for my business? She has a very specific niche. And again, that's helping people start a car rental fleet. What does that have to do with sales success? And it kind of shows that it'll work anywhere. Another great one that I like to share was a videographer, super great guy. He's a little shy, right? He's a little bit of an introvert, brilliant at what he did, but he was struggling with some clarity and some confidence to charge his actual price. He was giving people discounts. I'm not a fan of discounts. I like to give things away. I might give you some digital products. I might give you some resources, ebooks, something like that. We don't give our time away. Please don't do that. And so I like to share those. So before people talk to me, they hear from other people about what they can expect. And so if you tell them, how does it go? If you tell them, they hear you, but if someone else tells them, they believe you. So that's what we want to do. We want to give some social proof, share some testimonials, and that's how we turn conversations to clients before they even pick up the phone or hop on the Zoom. And honestly, that simple steps is going to change your business. Like, you don't have to hire anybody new. If you don't have a calendar, then you definitely need to do that. But hypothetically, you shouldn't have to even buy any new software. If you have Gmail, it's built in there. I can build it in there, do Calendly, go high level. I don't care. Just get it done. And if you don't have testimonials, ask for them and set up those reminders. People forget, and don't take it personally, but don't waste your time or theirs sitting on a call where you're unprepared and they're not present. Okay. A video sales letter is a great sales tool. And I still use it even if they don't book a call. Someone says, hey, what do? You send them the video sales letter. So we just got a great question. What's your formula for setting up a story? I love that question. Thanks, buddy. About That Wallet podcast. Yours truly on there. What's my episode number? Let me give it a shout out. So here's how you set up a story. I'm gonna give you a video sales formula. Video sales letter formula. This is Bruce's formula. I did not invent video sales letter. I ain't taking that credit. I think, I'm not gonna make something up. Somebody else did. Google it. Here's what I do. Start with a problem. If you have this problem and this problem and this problem and this problem, you're in the right place. Okay. So then you give them some confirmation, right? So I should say problem or problems. Then give them confirmation. You're in the right place. You're one step closer to, and this is where you enter desired outcome. Okay. So for me, that would be hearing yes more often from your ideal client without sounding like the salesperson we all hate. Right? Oh, hey, that sounds good. If that's something you struggle with, it's going to be compelling to you. If you're closing at 90% and you're doing 6 figures a month, working 4 hours a week, can't help you. Sure, I can come work for you. I assure you, no one's doing that. So then we talk about the desired result. I like to share a success story. And then I like to set expectation. All right. So what does that sound like? Let me just, for me, I say, hey, if you're busy all the time being the sales team for your business, if your 15-minute discovery calls are turning into 43-minute impromptu coaching calls and they're not turning into clients, if you're spending more time selling than you are serving, you're in the right place. I'm glad you scheduled this call. The solution call is going to help you hear yes more often without sounding salesy, growing your revenue and your business the simple way, the sales made simple way. Tell a success story. Shout out to one of my clients. She was having this exact problem, right? Her calls were minutes long, 40, 50, 60 minutes. And then she worked with me. Fast forward, she was spending less time on sales calls, but she was spending less time selling, more time serving her new clients. And I just found this out thanks to what she implemented, because whatever I teach don't matter until you implement it. She actually had her first 5-figure day using the Made Simple process, right? So if you want to be the next success story, make sure you show up for your call. And we'll talk about how we can help make sales simple for your business. Boom. That's the whole video sales letter, just like that. How long was that? 45 seconds, 75 seconds? It doesn't have to be an hour-long webinar. In fact, do not do that. Keep it short and sweet. Let them know the problem you solve, the desired outcome they're seeking, share a success story to build that confidence and set the expectation. Hey, listen, solution call is about 15 minutes. We're going to ask you some questions, and then we're going to talk about the next best step. All right, thanks so much. My name is Bruce. New Skills New You. We'll see you soon. Super, super simple. And that's why it's called the Sales Made Simple process. When you put those all together, you're going to go into calls with much more confidence, and you're going to have more calls with more of the right people. That formula means you're going to hear yes more often, and you're not going to have to convince people to do it, right? You're not going to have to beg and plead and offer discounts to get clients. I don't want those clients. We want educated buyer that's been empowered to make the right decision for their life and business. Those are people that are going to do what they're going to show up. They're going to do the work that you ask them to do so they get the results that they're looking for. They're going to be a 5-star review. They're going to be a referral partner because they're going to tell all their friends. That's what we want for you. That's what we want for your business. So I'm gonna wrap up. I don't talk to make noise. I want to make sure you get actionable gems. If I can be so bold, I think we gave you some valuable tips for your business. I'm Bruce Hill, and New Skills New You. We do one thing here, and that's make sales simple. We help you hear yes more often without sounding salesy, so you can grow your revenue in your business. If you found this valuable, share with a friend. Okay, we'll be back Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you need a reminder, you need the link. Go to www.ineedsalessupport.com, and guess what? It's not going to ask you for your PayPal, for your credit card, for your Apple Pay, because we're going to keep on offering these for free until somebody hits six figures. And then I got to charge you. All right, I'll see y'all Wednesday.